Hey everyone, my name is Seth Vidrio, and if you're someone who normally watches me and knows that and are wondering why I'm introducing myself, there's a link in the description to a video where I talk about what this video is, which is my introduction video for the Fluent in 3 Months challenge. Again, check out that video below if you are a normal subscriber and don't know what I'm doing. If you're here because you're part of the Fluent in 3 Months challenge, welcome. As I said, my name is Seth Vidrio, and I'm going to go through the questions now. I'm from Southern California, LA area, originally Carson, and now I live in Temecula. But now I am going to college in Rapid City, South Dakota, graduating this December. So I'll be in Rapid City till December 14th, and then after that, we'll see where I get a job. Probably end up back in California for a while at least. My native language is obviously English. I also grew up listening to a lot of Spanish, being from LA, and my dad is from Mexico. But I never really learned it. Last fall, I studied abroad in Madrid, Spain, so I was able to get a lot better at it. And I would say that now, entiendo bien, pero para hablar es difícil. Yeah, my vocabulary is not huge. My grammar when I speak is very wrong, but I can usually get my point across. German, I used to be a few years ago. Definitely not conversational, but like I went to Germany and was able to get along at a restaurant or ask for directions, simple touristy things like that without too much English, although the Germans would usually switch to English when I would start stumbling. As a note, well, that's irrelevant. We'll talk about that more later, probably somewhere. With this challenge, I'm going to be focusing on Russian though. Russian was the first language that I really started to fall in love with almost 10 years ago now. But I've never been able to stick to a consistent plan for studying it. I've made stabs at it, but then I plateau or get discouraged or just can't find someone to practice with or whatever, or get fascinated by some other language and jump off and study that language for a while, and then the cycle repeats because I really love linguistics and theory and stuff. I am a big nerd in general, but especially when it comes to linguistics. I just like to look up that stuff in my spare time, and I'd love to be conversational in many languages, aspiring polyglot, and so I suffer from a lot of the same problems that other aspiring polyglots with little guidance suffer from, such as not sticking to a single language and getting good at it, but just getting very base level vocabulary in a lot of different things. Anyway, as I said, I started with Russian, like 10 years ago, but never really stuck with it. So I can read the alphabet pretty easily. Not at the same speed that I read English, but it's pretty fast that I read it, pronounce it, I should say. And I spent 5.5 weeks this summer in a Russian-speaking part of the world, so I got in some practice there. My Russian definitely improved, but I'm still by no means conversational. I'd say A1, A2 level, somewhere like kind of in the gray area between the two. With enough pantomiming and help from someone, I can get along. I've communicated with some taxi drivers who didn't speak any English, and we got where we were trying to go, but it was difficult. Yeah, and that's probably my biggest struggle when it comes to language learning, is sticking to a plan long term for, like I've discussed before. Go into detail with that in another video, but I'm supposed to keep this brief. So, my weekly learning goal is going to be 6 days per week, 30 minutes a day, and yeah, I'll be posting the mandatory videos here on this channel. I'll probably post some in between too. I'm not sure how many videos will be mandatory for the challenge, but I definitely want all y'all to keep up with my progress and publicly shame me when it's not going as well as I'd like, because that's a good motivator. But also encourage me sometimes too, because, you know, I need that. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Looking forward to the rest of the challenge, and I'm excited to see where it goes. V out.